Guys, how we feeling? Good? So the goal of this is for you guys to separate yourself from 95% of the people that are calling, okay? So to do this, we have to understand the product, okay? So we want to understand the product. We want to understand what factor rates are, who qualifies. I don't want you guys to pitch. I want you guys to actually qualify the merchant. So for an example, like, so what are some things that you guys are hearing on the phone? Like some issues that when you hear, you might, it might be a roadblock where you don't know what to say, where you might freeze up. Over leverage. Okay, so what's your credit score? So you're over leveraged. How many MCAs do you have? Must be killing cash flow, huh? Tell me a little bit more. So what I have for you is something like a consolidation. I know that's what you want. The only difference is because of high default rates of just paying things off in one shot, we're going to pay it off weekly, okay? And you can cancel this at any time. This is called a reverse consolidation. You ever heard of something like this? So that's how I would go into that if they're over leveraged. Because they want to consolidate, right? That's what a lot of people are saying. At least when I dial, they say, I just want something that's monthly. I want something that's 10 years. I want to pay off my MCAs. And I say to them, I also want, 10 supermodels on a yacht somewhere, So when they say that, the way to explain the reverse is like this. To say, listen, I want the best thing for my clients, okay? And if they're over leveraged, I have a product that might help you, okay, that free up cash flow weekly and monthly. The only thing is this, it's rate on top of rate. And I want to tell you that before we even look at these as options, okay? The reason for this is because if you close them on a reverse, you go through contracts, you get statements, you get the application, you get the approval. Now they're looking at what it is, okay? We don't want you to just put the lipstick on the pig. We want you to show them the pig, let them know that yes, immediately you're getting a hit. It's going to be rate on top of rate, but it's going to stop you from bleeding to death. Okay, and there's positives. You can cancel at any time. There's money coming in and money coming out, right? So that's how you would look at it. I would focus on how to sell it. And the way to sell it is say, okay, so this is putting pressure on your cash flow, right? You're building up the pain points of the merchant. Because that's really your job. It's to find pain points and uncover them. You're going to hear that I already got funded. I'm not interested. How did you get my number? Stop calling me. I wasn't working with you. So what are some other kind of objections that you guys get? Yeah, hey, it's Sam with Qualifier. Looking for a little bit of help. You guys were looking for some financing options. So just before we get off the call, when you were looking, what was the capital for originally? Because we work directly with the business owner to get them funding. You might have been working with a broker in the past that was charging insane rates, high fees and high payback. What was the purpose of the capital? What were you looking for? Okay, boom, close. So now he's back in. That's your goal of objections. When they object to you, you just need to get around it. You don't need to sell them on that call, on anything. You just want to open up the dialogue, get them talking, okay? Because I talk to a lot of places. I'm flying to New York on Monday to train a shop in Brooklyn, okay? A lot of people sound garbage. I hear pitches where it's like, and he's done this a while. He hears this too, where people get on the phones. Hey, yeah, I'm the direct lender. How much you got? How much you got? And it's everybody. Now, if you have a little gram of you, this is the whole point of this training, is to separate yourself. And if you sound professional and smart and you qualify the business owner, they're going to want to give you their business. This is going to make you guys a lot of money. Like, I want you to fund a lot of deals, right? And what happens when you fund a lot of deals? Make a lot of money. Right? And how do we fund more deals? By pulling in more applications and closing more people, okay? So the way that he said that was masterful. He danced around the objection because, I'm not interested. I got to speak to my wife. The rate's too high, okay? I only want monthly. I only want a term loan. I only want a refi. And your goal is to just dance around this and get it going. So that right there kind of moved around it. So we work directly with the business owners to get the lowest possible rates, okay? So that being said, when you were looking, okay, did you get funded? Did you not get funded? So I'm going into the discovery phase, back into it. And that's 90% of objection handling in MCA. Obviously, there's more advanced stuff where we're pre-handling objections, where we're starting to get approvals, and we say things like, before we kind of, get some numbers dialed in, is there anyone else that helps us make the decisions on the business? That way they tell you it's their wife, or their business partner, or their CFO. That way you don't waste your time, going on a close, and at the end they say, I got to talk to my partner. Yeah. Okay, the 50K, right. So what I like to do, so when I get those, you want to align expectations so you save yourself time down the line. For example, if you have an A paper file with no positions, this is the hardest close in merchant cash advance. This is an A paper file that knows they can get bank, SBA conventional rates. Why on earth would they take speed and convenience? Speed and convenience. There is a purpose for the capital, okay? It depends. But if he needs 50K for payroll, he's going to take it, okay? There's an urgency. So you want to align expectations and just go over. By the way, based off what I'm seeing on your application and bank statements, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I can get you approved for somewhere, and now you give them the best rate. Somewhere around, 150K at a 1-2, with a payback of whatever it is and whatever the weekly. And if they say yes, now you know you have a file. Now, if let's say you've gone through all that, and they're saying to you, I'm only going to take 50, they're only getting approved for 200, I'm going to hold their hand of why, okay? I'm going to hold their hand of why they only get approved for that and confirm the purpose of the capital again. So, look, I understand, you want 200K. Here's what I'm kind of looking at, and you tell me if this is fair, sir or ma'am. 30 days ago, you just took an advance for 75K, okay? So usually, that classifies you as more of a higher risk. That, along with the fact that our bank statements are like at 125K and you just took 75K. So usually funders gauge the approval based off the most recent one. But here's what I will do for you. I'm looking to become your business finance partner, okay? And what that means is doing a deep dive on the business credit, on your credit, cleaning up any MCAs, getting you into consolidations if we need to, doing everything we can to get you the best rates possible, okay? I'm not looking to just make my bones on this deal. How old are you guys? 21. 30. Okay, 30. 20. 30. And you? 39. 39, okay. 27. 20. Okay, so we got a good range here. When you're talking to these business owners, you might not have to worry about this as much, but these are high ego individuals, right? These are guys that run their own business, people work for them. We forget that when we're calling. Yo, how much do you make a month? When's the last position? What's your credit score? So we're being dropped into their universe. This is a different way to think about it. We're being dropped into their universe where they're the king of their domain. People answer to them. And then us, 19 years old, we're being like, yo, what's up? How much you got? How much you looking for? So if you keep that dynamic in mind, they want someone that's professional, right? They want someone professional. They will take a guy's business that's 50 years old on the phones over a 20-year-old's just because they relate to the person. They're not buying the rate, guys. If you pitch the rate, they're not buying the rate. No one on earth wants to pay that rate. They're buying the relationship. They're buying how you make them feel. Okay? I'm making them feel qualified. I'm making them feel like I listen. I'm talking 30% on a call. I'll show you my phone. I literally was on a call with a merchant that I've funded and done tons of renewals. She texted me that I'm the only one that would listen to her because she didn't get paid on a job for $233,000, and now she can't make payroll, and she has all these MCAs. So the point of this is you want to develop the relationships and come off as a professional, okay, and be detached. So to answer your question, to go back to it, it's a deep dive of why are they only getting approved for 50. If their daily balances are under $500, then we're asking for a clawback. We know what a clawback is. So that's when you do a funding and they don't pay it within like the first 30 days, and you have to give your commission back, right? We don't want that.
It's called clawback?
Called a clawback. It's like a chargeback. It's like a refund, right? Okay. Let's talk a little bit. Anybody else have anything that's happening a lot on the phone? You just said something so smart and you probably didn't even realize it. It's where you probably don't want to tell them, right? Let's say the conventional banks are tab. That's our conventional bank, right? Why don't we want to tell them?
They can go right to it.
Right. So what are they thinking if you tell them what the bank is?
They're going to go right to it.
Negative. What are they thinking when they...
Broker?
Nope.
A fee.
Nope. What are they thinking if they ask you, what banks do you guys work with, and you just gladly admit to them and tell them which one it is?
You're an idiot.
Nope.
I mean, is it that he's being honest with me?
Thank you. He's being real with me, okay? By you just being honest, like I have let go of deals, and they've come back just on my honesty. You know what I'm saying? So like this comes back to what I want to talk about of being detached, and we'll run another few minutes, maybe do some role plays, and then we'll call it. But detachment will win you deals because it's human psychology. If you want something, people don't want to give it to you. If you walk into a room and you're needy, they don't want to give it to you. But if you have it and you don't need it and you're detached, they're going to want to give you things. So what that sounds like is when a merchant battles you on terms and rates, not immediately fighting back. Saying, oh, well, the other guy is this. That other approval you have is this. Mine is this. The rate is too high. Okay, no, I understand. You're right. It is a little bit high. This is a high-risk type of bridge funding. Okay, what's next? Boom. You're not just acquiescing. You're not just lowering everything because you don't need the deal. So I want you guys to honestly imagine there's like $1 million in your bank account when you're talking to these people. And when I did this isn't just fluff. Like when I first started dialing, I had a notepad that said 500K. And if you imagine that as you're talking to people, you'll just sound different, You'll sound a lot different versus when you need the money to pay, your car bill. Okay? Anything else anyone's dealing with specifically? What was that one that you had?
So tell them the bank.
Tell them the bank. I would say tell them the bank. Tell them the bank, but also say, no, 100%. So we work with multiple partners for a conventional line of credit, SBA. One of our top producer right now is Tab Bank. But question, how do you look on your tax returns? 'Cause I don't even want to have this conversation with you. I don't want to waste your time. Did you file for 2023? It's a dance. It's a dance. Yeah, see, when they ask you a question, it's called giving you a frame. When a prospect, when you get on the phone and they start hounding you, they're trying to take the frame. This is a very simple concept. You want to reframe. You want to challenge that belief and take control. Okay, like if you're talking to a business owner and they're hammering you about, well, where did you get my number? I don't want to pay these rates. I'm getting 1,000 calls a day. That's them putting their frame onto you. And the better you are at reversing the frame, you'll do a lot more business. There's a thing called L.A.D, the L.A.D framework. Okay, listen, acknowledge, and then direction. So right away, he said that he doesn't want to pay the rate, or the rate's too high. Yeah. I totally get it. This rate sucks, man. By the way, what's your credit score? 400. Have you filed tax returns? No. Why they don't qualify for the better things? Because they're going to try to take it out on you that they don't want to pay these rates. So why don't we do this as a live role play? Okay, so I give you an approval, and see, you know me, you're going to give me some hard, but that's fine. Okay, so the approval is 100K, the payback is 150K. Go.
I don't want to pay that much.
I got you. Is it what about it specifically? Was it the rate or was it the payback?
I want to pay weekly, and I don't want to pay back 150.
You don't want to pay 150
No.
on the 100.
No.
Okay. Are you in front of Google?
Yeah.
Can you pull up a conventional loan calculator for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to confirm, the issue is the payment and the total payback, right?
Yeah, I don't want to pay 150.
You want to pay 150 back. Got it. Okay. So put in that conventional loan calculator $100,000 and then put a term out of 7 years. Okay? I see term loans at 19% interest. Let's say it's a good one. Let's say it's 12 or 13%. Put that into Google and tell me what the payback is. Newsflash, it's like 180, 200. Might even be more. The banks get their money too. It's packaged nicer. And they're able to go out longer because they're taking less risk. Why? Because your credit score is low. Because you don't have tax returns. It's a fine line because, like, again, these are the business owners. And even if you're right 1,000 times, you never want to win the battle of being right with them. Yeah. You never, because you're always going to lose. And at times when I'm frustrated, I'm dialing all day, 2 days, and I get no applications, that's when I begin to get frustrated, and then I fight with them. But you want to not do that. But you guys see what I'm saying? So, okay, back to what we just said. You see the payback is 180. So the payback is higher on a conventional. So which one is it? Is it the weekly payments now, or is it the fact that it's the total payback?
I just don't know if I can afford those weekly payments. Right?
Okay. Your Chase account was the one ending in 0297, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at the daily balances here. I believe our payments are like $2,800 a week, right?
Yeah.
Daily balances for you are like $6,500. Okay, so I mean, when you tell me that, and that's for 30 days of your balances. And listen, sir, I don't want to be. I'm not trying to fight you on this. Okay, I want to get you the best thing possible. Okay, because who am I? What do I want to be? I want to be your business finance partner, okay? I don't want to get you something where you're walking away in 30 days kicking yourself. I want you to call me every single time you need capital, and I will be there. And once we develop a relationship, okay, and positive pay history, even once you develop the positive pay history and we see that you can pay on time, I have no problem going to my funder and getting you more money.
What if they say this? What if they say, I could just go to my aunt and get 150K and don't have to pay any interest.
Okay? Okay, do it, right? And then who was the one that said honesty before? Honesty, okay. If someone tells me that, I'm going to say, bro, hook me up. Can I get her number too? I need 100 also. What's up? If you can get 100 from a family member, dude, I'm not going to lie to you. I want to be your business finance partner. If you have 100K with no interest, take it. You should. But also, with that being said, if she's really ready, I like the idea of you holding on to your aunt's money and not taking it yet and burning that bridge yet and using our capital. Let's use someone else's money to burn that bridge. God forbid. Okay? Because you know how it is, family and finances, they don't mix. Right? Okay, so there you go. Who wants to role play with me? Let's do one or two. Sorry, I'm the business owner. Okay, hello?
Yeah, is this Sam?
Yes.
Sam, this is Connor with Qualifier. I was giving you a call. Maybe you can help me out, man. I see that you guys, are looking for some business financing. Did you guys secure that yet? I mean, are you guys looking for the best offer here?
Well, we were looking for 100, but the rates were too high.
What kind of rates were you seeing?
Look, I want something monthly. I want to pay something, yearly.
I mean, I totally understand. I would love to pay monthly, yearly. Do you know what your credit score is?
It's 550.
Yeah, right there, just off the bat, you're not going to qualify for a monthly, so that's probably why you haven't seen, you know, the payments that you want to see. What are you guys using the money for?
We're using the money for payroll
Payroll. Okay, so you need the money pretty fast.
by Friday.
Okay, and it's 100 grand is the payroll?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. This is the thing. I can get you guys the $100,000 you guys are looking for. I mean, by end of day today. But payments are just gonna be probably daily or weekly. I mean, does that if I can get you the money today, could you afford those daily or weekly payments?
Is the rate going to be better?
The rate, yeah, I can get you a better rate than Payback 150. That's kind of crazy. I'd say the payback on mine is gonna be anywhere from 135 to 140. So
And
if you can work with that, then I can get this done, wrapped up today for you.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go work on this right now. Say my number.
Okay. Good. This was good. This is experience. Okay. Did you guys see how smooth that was? I forget which part it was that he turned it, but there was something you said where I asked an objection and you handled it and then went to something else. Credit score. Okay. So what's the credit score? 550. Okay. So that being said, I'd want it ideally to be a little bit more. Oh, okay. So what's bringing your credit score down? But that was really good. This is basics. Okay. So I would say that at the end where you asked about the urgency and I didn't need it yet, okay? I like what you did there because most people will still try to hammer them and say, okay, you don't need the money now? Well, what if I can do this? What if I can do this? What if I can do this? So that was good where you let them go to be detached, okay? Listen, I think this was great. Maybe I'll just do one and I want you guys to really throw it at me. You can tag team me and I'll just come back with whatever I got, okay? So someone be the business owner. Okay. Oh, he's going to lay it in. Okay. Let's go. Go ahead. Ring, ring, ring.
Who's this?
Hey, it's Sam with Qualifier.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Yeah, I was actually looking for a little bit of help. It looks like you guys might have came to us from some submissions for some financing options on the business.
Oh, you're one of these guys?
Don't put me in that category. What are you getting, 1,000 calls a day? More than 1,000? Yeah. Jeez, man, your phone bill. Okay. What did you sign up with, like 1,000 people?
I mean, what can I do for you? I'm really busy right now. I don't really have time for this. I mean, what is this regarding?
I got you 100%. Listen, and I got a couple calls to get on as well. We have you for some financing options on the business, so I wanted to confirm a couple things. What were you guys looking to accomplish?
I mean, I already got somebody. I don't really need.
Beautiful, love it. You got somebody. Okay, so while they're kind of working this out for you, it's always good to have a second opinion. It's no pressure. It's no sweat off my back to price out an approval that might be able to help you. So what type of approval was he looking for?
I'm just looking for the best that he can do, and he promised me something that I like, so I think we'll go with him.
Okay, nice. And so what amount were we talking about?
It's not necessarily the amount. It's just about the deal.
It's about the deal. So the rates, is that right? So when are you looking to move forward with the capital? So let's say this. If I'm able to get you something that makes sense for your business, okay? And you can still take his approval if his is better, but I would like to throw my hat into the ring because we have a lot of experience exactly with your industry. With restaurants, we have a lot of clients, and I'm pretty confident, based off what I'm seeing, that I could put something together in front of you that would not only not hurt your business, but help your business. Would that be fair?
I mean, I'd take a look at it.
If I'm able to get you an approval so good, I don't want to waste your time or mine. It's too valuable. If the rates made sense, are you ready to move forward for the funding?
I mean, I could definitely put it to work somewhere, but.
Sounds like my ex-wife. Okay. So basically this. Give me another copy of your email at xyz.com, right? Okay, I just sent you a blank email. Do you see it? It's from Sam at Qualifier.
What could you do for me though? What you just told me a bunch of whatever. I mean, you haven't told me what you could do.
You're exactly right, and that's why I'm calling you. Unlike most people that are going to promise you the sun and the moon, I'm actually just making sure we're a right fit because we don't work with everybody. I don't take everyone's business because once I go in, I'm in, and I look to become the finance partner of your business. So I'm just kind of touching base to just kind of see if it's a good fit. Look,
But that's so fun and dandy. Everybody wants to be my funding partner. Obviously, that's what all the calls are. So everybody wants to give me money, this, that. You guys can give me a better deal. I mean, I've heard the whole spiel.
100%, 100%, exactly. And the difference with us, again, is I'm not trying to overpromise and underdeliver. Based off what I'm seeing, based off your industry, I can get you something very good. But what I won't do is this, sir. I'm not going to lie to you. How many fundings have you taken?
I've taken them in the past. I mean, it's nothing that, makes me go crazy. I mean, I had to take certain ones I had to take because I was in a pinch. Other ones I use it for expansion, but it's neither here nor there.
Okay. So it sounds like you've been burned.
Not necessarily. I mean, I know what I'm signing every time.
Okay. And so why do we know that everybody's a liar?
Because I listen to these calls sometimes.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. So your wife, right? Was she the first person you dated?
Yeah.
You, bro.
Actually, yeah.
Okay, so it was. Okay, nice. Here's what I would say, and listen again, I've got other calls to get on. I'd rather under-promise and over-deliver. I have what I need. What I do need is a couple pieces of information. I need your EIN, and I need a month-to-date transaction list.
What can you do for me? I mean, you still haven't told me what you.
So what I can do for you is offer you 9 different funding products, okay? Everything from SBA conventional lines of credit all the way to bridge funding. And if we need equipment financing, I'll call my cousin. That's what I'm looking to do for you. Now, most people, when they call you, they have one box to fit. Okay? They only do bridge fundings. They only do the things that you don't like, the 1499. So with someone with a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So they're going to try to fit you into a box because that's the only product they offer. I mean, imagine, that's like walking into a nail store, nails, like actual nails, like for construction, and asking for a watch. They're not going to have it. And they're going to try to convince you, hey, by the way, do you need some nails? Do you have anything that you need to know? So my point is, depending on what you qualify for, I'll get you the best thing possible. Now, if that is a conventional, an SBA, I'll get you prime rates, I'll get you 10-year terms, I'll get you monthly payments. But if it's not, we'll go down the list to get you the best thing possible. Again, I don't want to waste your time. I know you're getting a lot of calls. Is it fair if I price out an approval and just get back with you on it?
I mean, that would work.
That would work, okay. So do you see the email from Sam McQualifier? I just need you to attach the month-to-date transaction list for October. And then just put your EIN in the email, and I can take a look. Is that fair?
Sure.
Okay, thanks so much. So you see how, you by the way again, but you see, right? Like guys, it's a dance, and it's so funny because all those he gave me all of them, and you guys probably hear this all day long, right? But if you just hold your composure and hold your frame, let's end on this, okay? You guys might not feel this, but you're helping these people. You're calling them to offer your services. All right, guys.